I'm transplanting my asparagus. It was getting mowed over by everyone and thing. So I'm putting it inside the garden fence now. As you can see, I have some green on it. I'm just going to leave it be and let it go to fern, which is where you'll get your flowers at the end, and then it'll help reseed and let it do its thing, and then I'll pretend like it's a first year planting again. But you can see the root system on this thing. It's pretty massive. And I kept a bunch of the dirt from the bottom intact. I had Arnie just scoop it out with the tractor so I could just transplant the whole kit and caboodle. And then as I'm doing that, these crowns here, you can see where they've separated out. They're not overly healthy looking crowns, but we'll see what they do. So I'm also going to transplant these in hopes of seeing if anything survives or not. This is your crown part right here, and then these are your roots coming off of it. So this is like what I started with, but much smaller. So you dig a trench for these, and then put them in the ground. So you can see I have a trench dug right here. Well, you might not be able to see too well through the camera lens, but I have a trench dug, and I'm going to put this big mess of them right here and start here, and then I'll dig a trench out and plant that away along the fence line. That way they're protected from everyone and thing. And then next year maybe I'll be able to start getting stuff again. I've gotten a few this year, but not really because everybody's ruined it and stepped on it. So let's get these sitting in the trenches. Okay, so there's plenty of room here for all of the roots to just kind of do their thing and kind of, you know, not be bent up and stuff like that. So I will then take and put dirt, backfill all the way around it, on top of it, even with, that way this is the new ground level for the asparagus here. And this is really good, dark dirt, well fed. It's got a lot of cow poop in it. Aged cow poop, that's your go-to there. So I'm just going to fill in all the way around it, and then I'll put the little crowns in the ground next. But right now, I'm making sure everybody's got plenty of space, so maybe I can actually grow my asparagus patch out. So I'll fill this all in here, and I'll show you what it's looking like. Okay, you can see I got it all planted all the way around. Everything is completely covered. It's like I never even disturbed it. If I didn't know better, I'd almost think this was a really sad established patch. So anyhow, those are done. Now I'm going to make the trenches for the crowns and see how that works out for us. We'll see. But anyhow, there you go. Okay, so I dug a big old wide trench. It's about almost a footish wide right here between the two. And then I got like a middle valley, I guess. I don't know what this is. But I hooved up dirt here in the middle that the crown will sit right on. So the crown will sit on that right there. And then the roots will go downward. And it's a good 6, 8 inches away from this mess of them here to here. And then I'll put this one here so you can see the distance between them. And then the roots will run long. Let me get this one out. I'm almost sitting on it here. So then the same here. That way roots can go. So I gotta dig it out a little further clearly. Anyhow, that's about how you want to go, is for the roots to run along the trench with this sitting up on the little bump there. And then you'll plant it, you'll cover it back in up until that's a good viable root. Want those for sure in case these are kind of deadish. Cover it back in up to the top of this here crown. So let me get this going. It's hard to do one-handed without a tool. So let's see. And I hate my son's dogs. Apologize for that mess. Let me see here. So okay, get it covered all in, and just leave the root or the crown sticking out here like so. There you can see the crown. Now I will put mulch around these. It's supposed to rain here in a wee bit. It's pretty gray out. So after it rains on it, then I gotta go get some form of mulch for them. And there you have it, one planted. And then that's it right there. That's simple. Let's hope these ain't completely dead, dried up and dead. Let's see. There we go. And that's how you do her. I'll do it all the way down the trench here. Get the asparagus separated apart. Might actually mark where I put each one so I can see if they come back or not. You know, curiosity's sake there. So I'll keep on doing it. It's the same thing. And then the asparagus will be transplanted. I clearly ain't getting nothing off of these this year. And if I'm lucky, they'll come back up next year and I won't take from them again, so that they can reestablish themselves, because they're pretty cruddy looking. Otherwise, just this little green patch over here is going to have to figure us all out and feed us up. But yeah, that's it right there. Transplanted the asparagus into the garden bed.